the first thing we're gonna do is we're just gonna get into SmackDown. If I can find my cursor here, we can go ahead and get into SmackDown because we're just gonna talk about it. We're gonna start off with it. Jacob Fatu is in the building, and he came in wrecked shop.
Oh yeah. And the one thing I noticed, and I don't know a lot of people noticed, is again, we all knew it was coming. We've seen videos and pictures of him online for it, but the first thing I noticed was he lost a lot of weight. He looks like he got in shape.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. Yeah, he lost a lot of weight.
So that may be why he didn't debut right away when he decided not to re-sign. When WWE first signed him, which was probably like a couple months ago, we was waiting for him. They probably putting him on that Gunther diet. Like, we need to drop some of this weight.
Because I was someone like the video, because I haven't really seen them and stuff like that, but I've just been seeing the indie videos and stuff, and they were somebody said they'd be looking all grainy and stuff like he wrestled like 20 years ago.
Right.
But he was bigger, you know what I'm saying? He was bigger. So
he had a belly on his stomach on him.
Yeah,
he lost it.
He came out there, man, and I was like, man, he looked good though. Pause. He came out there, man, killing everybody with the super kicks and man, put the world on notice, man.
The spot through the table got me. I was like, man, we hadn't seen a debut like that in a minute.
And even before the spot on the table, he took a super kick from Kevin Owens and shook that off like Umaga out there when people used to hit Umaga, he'd kind of shake their hair and shake it off and come right back to it. So.
He ate that and then man went to wreck and shop. So now. And then what I do like is that how they building them up, because when the Tonga brothers they came in, Loa and them came in, they were looking at him like dang, you know what I'm saying? Like they were concerned for like where you get how we pull this off, but we gonna go ahead and put the ones up anyway. You know what I'm saying? How they building it up. Even like I'll go ahead and we can go ahead and do the CM Punk and the Wise Man segment, because that was dope in itself too. Doing a callback to where Paul Heyman and CM Punk, you know, that was his manager and stuff like that back in the day or whatever. And then I have him out there acting like he just scared for, like, even told Punk, he's like, take me with you.
That was hilarious.
But I like how they even still kept Roman, you know, on the front in the picture when he said, I think it was before, maybe after, when Paul said to Solo, look, me and Roman had an agreement that nobody would put their hands on CM Punk because of our relationship. Mm-hmm. So then Solo, you know, was about to violate that. So I mean, I'm very curious on when what happens when Roman comes back, because it's a lot of things. Not only you calling yourself head of the table, you anointing somebody else the right hand, you be recruiting, bringing other folks in, and you, not physically, you haven't physically abused Paul Heyman yet, but you're kind of verbally abusing him. Mentally abusing it. So yeah,
I think it's coming.
It's coming.
Yeah, no, it's go ahead.
I'm interested to see, you know, because everybody was talking about he was going to the other side.
Yeah, I thought that's what I predicted.
So I'm interested to see who's going to be that forward man to come on this side. And I don't want to see Sammy. Bring me another Samoan.
It's probably going to be
something.
And that's what I've been seeing a lot of people. I've been seeing a lot of people talking about Sami Zayn being involved in it, and I think for the most part that ship has sailed to me with that. But there's still some other stuff. Like I even saw a War Games picture where it was Roman and Jacob on the same side with the Usos. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where they're going with this. I saw something where Jacob's brother was like, "See you soon" on a post.
Yeah, that's Zillow.
Yeah, so it's a lot of stuff, man, that they can intertwine with.
But that's the dude who died. That's his son, right? Zilla.
No.
That's Roman. Roman's dad.
That was Roman's dad that passed away.
I'm saying no, but Zilla's dad. Did he died? Yokozuna, right? That's Yokozuna's son, right?
Is it? I don't know.
I gotta bring up that tree.
I think that's Yokozuna's son.
Okay.
I gotta bring up that tree. because it's hard to. Man, they all over the place. Bro.
I think that's Yokozuna's son.
Because even Jacob Fatu's, his dad was the
Haku. Not Haku.
No, it was like the Tonga kid.
The Tonga kid.
Tonga kid, yeah. Who was portrayed as a Tongan, but he's actually Samoan. Well, the other, those Haku's sons are Tongans. So yeah, there's a lot of mixed bags going in there.
And
so, but see that,
which
so you got
me.
Right. So Zillow Fatu is still out there, and you also got Hikuleo, who is actually Tama Tonga and Tongaloa's brother. Like that's
the tall one, right? Yeah.
Okay.
So where does he fit in with that? So.
And where the two twin girls, where they fit in?
Yeah. Well, they still, they're probably not.
They still a year away or so. Yeah. But I mean,
unless they decide to pull in Nia Jackson, maybe Tamina and people like that, then the girls probably gonna be outside the door there.
I heard
Tamina still. I heard. No, I ain't heard. We were hearing about Tamina still in the back somewhere.
Right. Yes. I think she retired from in ring action, but I think she's still with the company behind the scenes. So.
Bring her back. Shoot, if y'all got to get Naomi back in this thing some kind of way or whatever, because she married in a bloodline or whatever.
Yeah.
Make it work, man. Because like somebody said, y'all put in there about how many kids they got, they gonna wrestle. This bloodline thing going forever, doc. Right. Jacob got 7 by himself.
Yeah.
Jacob Fatu got 7 kids. 7 kids.
I saw an interview with him because he got offered a contract years ago with WWE, and he turned it down because of the schedule, because he wanted to be around his kids. But now that his kids are a little older now, they understand it more. Now he's free to travel with WWE like he's going to have to.
Okay.
Joe must be listening because he just texted.
Oh no, here you go, right there.
I emailed the family tree.
There you go. He just got off the phone with JJ Redick, everybody. Joe in the building.
How are you guys doing?
What's going on, man? You good?
I'm doing well. How are you fellas?
Man, we talking a little bloodline, man. Talking about a little bloodline stuff, man. What you think about Jacob Fatu, man, and what he did coming on SmackDown this past Friday? You was there to check it out?
Yes, I thought it was I like the entrance they had for him. I do see what Quilly was saying about him possibly being overwhelming.
Kind of overshadowing Solo.
He ain't even got on the mic yet.
Yeah, right. And I heard he's dangerous on the mic. I heard he's cold on the mic. So
man, he sound like one of us on the mic, bro. Like for real. Like I closed my eyes.
I did hear that he had some previous legal issues that might prevent him from like going to the out of town, out of the country. So I think they say he had like a robbery when he was a lot younger, and that might prevent him from going to your Clash in the Castles, your Canada, all your other countries. So I think hopefully WWE, because I think he was with MLW.
Yeah,
he just didn't travel out of the country with them.
But you know what? That makes me so. I mean, it's technically not out of. I mean, it's out of the country, but technically it's right there. So, do you guys think he's gonna be there for Money in the Bank?
That's a good question.
Yeah.
It's Canada.
I mean, I see him. I see the silhouette in the picture and stuff like that because it's in Canada. So I'm like, are they gonna be tripping and he can't go up there? But he's on there as advertised, though.
He might be on probation.
Now, didn't I see? Wasn't because I saw the graphic with Cody, Randy, and Kevin Owens versus the Bloodline. Was that Money in the Bank or was that like next week?
I believe. No, that's what's coming up. Yeah, isn't something coming up this weekend?
What was the match you said? What did you say?
Well, a 6-man tag basically with Cody, Randy.
No, that's Money in the Bank.
That's Money in the Bank. So yeah,
that's Money in the Bank.
Now, one thing about it, if they keep it at 3, almost like Freebird rules, Bloodline can decide which 3 is going to actually be in the match.
Well, I think that's probably what they're gonna do.
I think they're working like hell right now to get that to try to get him to go by there because that'll be a pull for Canada, for him to be there and that be his first match. Go ahead, Joe. I'm sorry.
No, you good. And I think That's possible because of the issues that the Usos had with those DUIs.
Yep.
I think it prevented them at one point, but they were able to get that fixed where they could actually travel.
Mm-hmm. He might get a work visa or something.
Yeah,
possibly.
I don't know, because that was I didn't see it coming, and I was glad to see it because the bloodline is still holding on to the top spot to me, followed by Judgment Day, obviously. But they're right there together, holding down both shows. So I'm interested in seeing where this is gonna go because Friday is supposed to be another acknowledgement kind of deal thing.
Mm-hmm.
That's kind of making me wonder about it because
somebody might show up. Somebody
may show up, but I'm like, is Jacob gonna be like, I acknowledge you, or is this gonna be some internal? Because that's why some people say that Jacob will be on the other side.
And I was gonna say that earlier before you cut out. We got time to get to that. Whenever we do decide to have that Civil War match, Solo and Jacob could have a falling out. He can end up on the side with Roman. Because outside of that, the only other option is to bring Sammy back to be on the side with Roman and the Usos. I know Sig said he didn't want that stuff.
On the flip side of that, though, Ricky was talking about how they were looking like, how you get this man? It could have been they were looking at him like, this nigga.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, hey.
I thought we voted no on this nigga.
Exactly.
Yeah, I know, right?
So, you never know. It could go a whole lot of different ways.
I was like, so you gonna really bring it in there? We just said the fact we weren't gonna get it in there. All right,
what we doing?
Yeah, so I'm excited about that, man. So speaking of Money in the Bank, Melo, Andrade, and Chelsea Green. I'm telling you, I'm on the Chelsea Green bandwagon until she said she was gonna try to bring back the Divas title with the Divas belt if she won it. I was like, no, but we're not doing it. But Melo, Andrade, and Chelsea qualified for Money in the Bank. Thoughts on those three participants on both sides?
I love how they are giving the youth movement. I love it. I love to see a new face that has potential to do something. I just hope they don't blow it, and make them blunder the title, So
yeah, they'll have a weak cash in whoever wins.
Exactly. I love what they doing with the Money in the Bank winners from this last year. So hopefully they'll keep the streak alive.
I'm excited about the fact that Andrade's in, because nobody's talking about Andrade since he came back. And they even tried to put the damn speed belt on the speed belt on Joe. Like, come on, man, he's more than that. Like, let's not do that. Yeah. All right, we're not doing that. So for him to get in, I think it's wide open. No matter who they finished it to round out the 6 in the group, it's wide open to me.
Yeah,
who could win.
I think a lot of times we look at Jey Uso as the one that's called out. He's the one on the poster. He's the one on the flyer and stuff. It's almost setting up to be like he can't be the one to win because they've already advertised all this stuff. So if it's not him, it's wide open. The women's is kind of wide open too because now one thing about, and I discovered this, I listened to another podcast. The women's title outside of I think Carmelo had it. Not Carmelo. What's her name? It was R-Truth at the time. Carmella. Yeah, Carmella had it.
She showed up on Raw this week.
Did she?
I'm just saying R-Truth.
I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, R-Truth thought Liz was Carmella.
But do y'all know? So very untruth-like. He did that when she walked off, but then when they later was talking about it, he was like, "Yeah, Liv and Dom."
Yeah.
He didn't call him Nick, and he didn't call her Carmella. I was like,
he got the names right.
He fell out of character or something.
Tom and Nick.
He got one of them on the stage of Dementia where it comes back to him later on.
Hey, nobody noticed that man popped his Find a Boss shirt when he got done talking. Nobody.
Yeah, he already popped it when he came in. That was the first thing he wanted to show when he came in. He hurried up and he had the Kool-Aid in his cup, but then the cup was in the way, so he hurried up and moved it up. So everybody could see that he is the final boss in this piece.
My point for bringing up Carmella was that I think, is on record of holding the briefcase the longest, because before her, people had won the briefcase and either cashed in that same night or maybe the next night on like Raw SmackDown.
Yeah, she did.
I mean, Alexa Bliss did it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think and the only other exception was Becky Lynch gave it to Asuka.
The next night because she was pregnant.
Right. Mm-hmm. But other than that, everybody else had cashed in outside of Carmella. They cashed in the same day they won.
Speaking of Carmella's cash in, it's funny you brought that up, bro, because I promised like last week. No, it may have been, it may be in like in the last 2 days. I was on X and I was looking at Carmella's cash in. What's his name? Choza, the damn rep Cheetah, whatever his name was. It took him forever to give the damn briefcase to the thing. He kept on asking her, and she was like, "I really want to cash in." And he was just looking at her, holding the briefcase. Really? And looking at her and looking over the time people, and she's pushing him and he's taking his time. That's when she be shutting
down and stuff. Yeah.
I mean, it was so crazy, bro. It's funny you brought that up because it pissed me off because I was like, would you hurry up and get over there and get the case, so we can get this going, please?
It's almost like something else was supposed to happen and the ref didn't know that the plans changed. Like, no, we're gonna cash this.
No, we're gonna cash it in, bro. What you doing? But yeah, the women will be wide open on that because you got Io, Chelsea, Lyra, and then they got 3 more, and I think 2 more is coming from SmackDown this week because Bianca and Jay got their matches. I forgot who they're going.
Well, Bianca lost her match. She was in the match.
Oh yeah, she already lost. Okay, so she already lost. So Jade is going to have her match with I don't know who was it. What the lineup was for that or whatever. But y'all think Jade are gonna get, or is it too early? I mean, you can put her in a match, but
she's not winning. Yeah,
way too early.
But I heard Tiffany Stratton is getting one of those spots too. So.
She got to.
She got to.
I don't think it's too early for her to be in it. I do think it's too early for her to win it.
Yeah, it's not too early because I mean you can be in it, get the experience,
and it's one of those matches you can hide her also because so many people going on is you can it's anything goes. You can so there's a way to hide her quote unquote flaws too in that match.
Yeah, because people you'll take a bump off a ladder and roll out the ring and be up there for like 10 minutes and we'll forget that you in the ring. So in the match. So looking forward to seeing who qualifies next on that. And these are some of the young, I mean, to go back to your spot, Sig, these are some of the younger women and stuff too as well. So they're doing a youth movement on both sides with this and stuff like that. But I'll get to the men's side in a minute because it's certain ways of how that's going to go on Raw. But last but not least, Drew gets his get back. I think everybody kind of saw that coming. With him being in Chicago, he was going to take it in his hometown, just like Drew did in his, or whatever. So thoughts on that segment and just the rivalry overall right now.
Enjoying the ride.
Yeah, I do like to say it was a little different because you go from interviewing. I forget who they was interviewing. And then behind the scene, you see the, I guess, garage door. DIY and Grayson Waller. And they were arguing, and we just heard that. Dum. Yeah, then the garage door opened, and you see Punk laying down. So I like the way they did it. I mean, he drove him to the ring and stuff, so it wasn't just a jump you from behind or come from up under the ring and attack you like they normally do. So it was different. And I liked it.
Yeah, I like how he brought him out there, dumped him. Hey man, count down on Nick Aldis getting back in the ring, bro, because like he pushed Drew, like what I'm saying, like they were finna get ready to scrap. I see some. It might be coming sooner than you think.
Yeah, I know it's that too. It wasn't get out of my way type shit. It was like, move, nigga.
That's exactly what kind of push that was. And I was like, are they going to go to blows? Like, is this what about to happen?
I can see it.
So is he injured? Why did he stop wrestling?
Why did he stop? I don't know if it's injuries. I think it's just age and wear and tear on the body and stuff. Yeah, because Nick Aldis has been wrestling at least 30 years.
I think a lot of people thought that when they brought him over and they signed him, that he was going to come in and wrestle. So there was some backlash at first when he was introduced as the SmackDown general manager. Like, did y'all bring him over for this? You know what I'm saying? So I think eventually he will probably have a match or two or whatever. I'm thinking people are saying it's AJ Styles. That may give AJ something because, even with AJ skipping the line and all that other stuff, this, that, and the third or whatever, I heard there was some beef with that. So don't know.
Nick and Cody Rhodes have history also. When Cody was on his independent run, when he left WWE, Nick Aldis was the NWA champion, and Cody actually beat Nick for that title. So they got history too.
Both of them, Nick and
LA Knight.
No, your boy on Raw, general manager. Both of them were.
Both were wrestling.
Yeah,
Adam Pearce. Yeah,
Adam Pearce. I haven't seen Adam Pearce wrestle, so that was new to me.
Yeah. It was the
video clip.
There was a clip on there for him.
He chokeslammed somebody. Yeah, almost broke dude.
Yeah,
almost broke dude back.
That was great.
Yeah. So this and then we can go ahead and I can talk about it now because that did happen on Raw, but Drew ended up taking the little bracelet that Punk has. I just realized like he does have that everywhere he go or whatever. So now you talking about you got the main wife name on you, his dog that he loved, Larry even got some chants. Larry dog got chants on Raw. It was crazy. It's getting personal.
It's personal now. Yeah,
it's getting personal. So and I like this. So I guess everybody needs to be hurt because we call stuff rivalries and they've been fighting back and forth for 2-3 weeks. Now, this is long-term story booking since what? Royal Rumble?
Or wrestling.
Yeah, Royal Rumble, because that's when CM Punk got hurt. And that's when
before that, Survivor Series, that's when he came back, right? Because he was talking trash too. He was pissed off too. So it kind of started there, and then Royal Rumble came, and that's when he got worse. So what's this? 5 months in the making of build up, even though Punk has been hurt.
That's probably the problem. Because he's been hurt, so
it wouldn't happen sooner if he wasn't injured.
But it makes it better though. To me, it has made it better to me.
It's gonna get better because once they actually wrestle and he get hurt again, then you're gonna have another 5 months.
I'm praying.
It's the saying what we hear athletes say it all the time. You turn chicken salad into chicken. You turn chicken shit into chicken salad. So when he got hurt, they were like, "Damn, what we do now?" But they've been able to turn it around and make it, something.
It's definitely been good. But think about the last maybe 4-5 times Punk wrestled. Maybe 3 or 4, then he got hurt,
including his time at AEW.
His time at AEW, yeah.
He got hurt twice in AEW, if not 3 times. Well, twice or 3 times.
I think it was twice.
Yeah. And then once his very first match in televised match, he got hurt again.
Yeah.
He gonna keep getting hurt.
We gonna pray against that. When hopefully he's able to wrestle and keep his body together. You know what I'm saying? Because nothing would be more terrible for him for this match at SummerSlam to build up, and all of a sudden he gets hurt in the match, pulls a Shane McMahon in the match, and you know what I'm saying? Like that's crazy. That'll be awful. I hate that for him. So
talking to AEW.
Huh?
I heard rumors about him talking to AEW.
Who? Shane? Yes.
Oh yeah, I saw that too. Yeah.
That'll feel so much like when Shane showed up on WCW, though, man. Like, I don't know. AEW feels like WCW to me.
It's gonna hit, but it'll hit a little different because you no longer have a McMahon over in WWE. That's the only thing. Unless you want to count Stephanie.
But if a McMahon, but it's Shane still WWE when you think about him.
Though. Oh yeah.
You still so now is on to people's mind. There are going to be some wrestling idiots out there that's going to be like, oh, he's still part of it. He's just going over there to do this. Hey, they might do a collab now because he, and all this other stuff.
No. If he go over there, he needs to stick to a behind the scenes role. If he comes on camera, then yes, they're going to immediately think that some kind of takeover is happening.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Y'all hear that? Here comes the money. Tell me y'all ain't getting out your.
Oh yeah. I'm definitely standing up.
Here we go.
I hope I recorded it and I'll go back and look at it because I missed that mug in a minute and I just read it on Twitter.
Sig tells us about it. It happens on AEW. Sig tells us about it.
You know it.
Tell us he gonna be in the group. Hey bro, hey, cut it on, man. Shane McMahon to ride.
AEW is good, bro. It's just, I mean, I don't know if Sig said this or Quilly, but they wrestle. So when they wrestle, you're talking about maybe at least two, if not three commercial breaks per match. So you ain't finna get no quick one hit.
Right.
You finna get a whole lot of wrestling. But I think some people is like, look, y'all doing too much, man. Just, hit us off with a quick match and then gone. But I think he always wanted to prioritize the wrestling. And it'd be good.
The wrestling is good. The major difference is the storylines. Now, me personally, I'm a kid that watched soap operas with my grandma and stuff, so I like the drama. So WWE has storylines, and we're gonna talk about it next when we talk about the Judgment Day and Raw. They have storylines that I like to follow. I gotta see what happens next. It's lacking in AEW. They gonna put on banger matches, 5-star matches, but after the match, what happens then? So that's why I say they need to build better storylines in my
It reminds me of Channel 5 wrestling. You had a brief brawl feud. They didn't tell a story. Somebody have an interview. They'll call somebody out, and then they gonna fight. And that's what AEW does. They gonna call you out, and you gonna fight.
Don't disrespect Memphis wrestling like that because Eddie Gilbert and Jerry Lawler, that shit was bad brewing for years.
Well,
that's one feud. That's one.
They have storylines. It's just kind of
they don't stick with them. From what I heard, they don't stick with them.
No, they don't get in the ring to start a show off and give you 15 minutes of straight talking. They don't.
Right, that 15 minutes rest.
The first match they coming on. You got a match. You know what I'm saying? And then
MJF just did that 2 weeks ago.
And then they'll pitch in. They do. Yeah, sometimes they will.
But then the week after, MJF and Roosh was in a banger. Three commercial break joint. Like I just said, I mean, he's not just talking. He'll get in the ring, and you got people from the top to the bottom willing to work week after week. Swerve Strickland is the AEW champion. The man will start off a show wrestling. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it's just each to his own.
They missing something.
They are because their ratings are going down.
They missing something. It's just a matter of what are they missing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. That one piece, that one key element.
And for me, just watching it, a lot of times it's just on in the background. Sometimes I was like, it's Wednesday, Dynamite is on, and it's mostly because I can't find nothing else to watch. So I was like, let me just have it on in the background, and I'll catch a match here or there.
But if you intentionally sit and watch it, I promise you, it's gonna catch you, and you're gonna be like, I'm stuck.
Yeah, maybe.
Somebody said maybe.
You're just a loyal WWE guy.
I am, but you know what? And people have said it. There's room for both. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
There's room for both for you can go and check out, and that's what I'm trying to do because I'm not gonna lie, I'll be a WWE stan and be like for everybody else, but I can't do that because if I like wrestling, I would like to check out the different companies and organizations that are out there and stuff if I can. So I'm going to do my due diligence to, like I said, to continue to grow and watch AEW And I feel like I've been doing well these last 3 weeks. I even added it on my to record every time I come on, so I won't miss anything, and I can talk to Sig and see, say, hey, I mean, see, I'm good. See, your dog liked it. He turned it, took his nose up and was like, yeah, that's dope. So he felt it. So I'm trying out here.
But see, I'm like Dustin Rhodes. Dustin Rhodes said, for us as wrestlers, it gives us an alternative.
I thought he said for us as black people. I was like, well, he said what? Oh, they already invited Cody to the cookout, so I'm just saying.
Man, for real, man. They did.
I told y'all that NXT is the blackest wrestling show on TV right now.
That junk could be on. That junk could slick be on BET. Yeah. It's looking.
Matter of fact,
honestly, but you know what though? They go into the CW, aka UPN, so it's always like one of the blackest networks. But growing up,
but honestly, it's getting a little too black for me. Like, they I'm waiting on the chicken in the watermelon. The chicken in the watermelon.
That's the most niggerish thing I've ever heard. It's too black. That might too black. There's too many of you Negroes over here now.
Man,
he can hit us with the hard ER in a minute.
And I will say this.
They talented.
I want y'all.
They talented as hell.
Yeah. Because I feel this way. We were just talking about AEW. Roster for roster. I would get AEW look out on the men's side. But when the women's roster, the NXT has the best women's roster right now. Now a lot of them are young and they're coming up on a. Now here's the thing: it's a lot of unknown names because there are a lot of former athletes, like D1 athletes. They hadn't been, trained yet though. But if you sit down and watch NXT, you can get 3 women's matches in one night if they really wanted to.
So wait, are you saying NXT in comparison to AEW only or WWE?
No. Well, now I say this only because this is my opinion. Dynamite as a show is similar to NXT, because Dynamite is not yet where Raw SmackDown is. So
which one come on Wednesday?
Dynamite comes on Wednesday.
And which one is Friday?
Which is supposed to be their flag show.
Collision.
Okay.
Well, Rampage is Friday. Saturday is
Collision.
See, a lot of times they won't do Rampage. They'll do Collision on Friday night or something, kind of combined show.
Right. They need to
get rid of
eliminate one, and then the other one needs to be ROH. Show.
Yeah. I agree with that.
At one point, they did the John on Saturday Collision because of CM Punk. Because everybody mad at him, and you got the folks on Dynamite that didn't want to be over there with CM Punk. So that was literally his show. So at this point, you don't need 3 shows, because if you put all your ratings together for all 3 of those shows, you're not getting to one of the WWE's flagship shows.
Especially not now.
Right. Because you're talking about 1.5, 1.7 million views on those. I think Dynamite averages 7, and the other ones might average 2 to 3, respectively. So it's like
I looked at some, Joe. NXT is actually outshone
recently.
Recently. NXT was at like 700 and something. I think Dynamite was at 6, and then the other ones at like 5 or something like that. So that's crazy.
Recently. Now, up until last couple of weeks, Dynamite still had a slight edge over them, but now they've caught up, and they're starting to surpass.
Because Trick bringing the business. Trick bringing the business, man.
No, it's that Sexy Red, bro. Ever since Sexy Red came on, bro, hey, shit didn't change it. I know I'm not gonna say this.
It has what they call it, legible effects. It's been so she
put that water down, so you know I did it. I did already gonna.
All right, let's move on to Monday Night Raw.